Hello dear students. So today we are going to see the transformational grammar on question tags and how question tags could be helpful. So what is a question? Basically a question would be something with an interrogation, with an interrogative mark and a WH question. But we are adding tags to it. You can see in the image over here how the tags look like. Yes, generally they are at the corner of the object that you go to buy in literal sense what we talk about tags. So question tag is also something of that sort which is attached at the end to make some different meaning of whatever the sentence is. Now this is a dialogue I show you right now where a teacher is talking in the class about Sheena's painting, and this is what the teacher says. She has made a beautiful painting, hasn't she? And almost everybody said, yes ma'am, she has. When the teacher announced a prize for Sheena, Kapil said, we are proud of her, aren't we? You haven't learned any painting in school, have you? The teacher asked Sheena, and Sheena said, no ma'am, I haven't. So we see over here there are so many words which are in contraction, and we see that they are also giving a sense of questioning or answering a question that is asked. Now let us look at the following statements. Okay, she has made a beautiful painting, hasn't she? We are proud of her, aren't we? You haven't learnt painting in any school, have you? These are the statements taken from the earlier dialogue that we saw. What do we see in these? The markings are already there for you to see, and we see that there are two parts in the statements. Now, what are these two parts? One is a statement and the other part is a question. Okay, why it becomes a question? Yes, your guess is right. Becomes a question because there is a question tag that is, or a question mark that is attached to it, right? Therefore, question tag turns into a statement, a question, and they are often used for checking information that we think we know is true. So we are somewhere trying to interrogate or trying to affirm what we assume that it is true. Okay, now why do we use these question tags? Think about it. Why would you use a tag? What would be the normal use of a tag? A tag is something which is added in extra, right? So a special construction in English, it's a statement followed by a mini question, a small question, and generally you find that these questions are asked for the purpose of confirming something. It's an affirmation, it's a confirmation of a doubt that is there in our mind, and it would mean like something, is it right? Is that right? Do you agree to it? So how do we form these question tags? Let us think about it, how and why the question tags are formed. So the basic structure of a question tag, if you look at, and you must have come across such statements where the statement would be positive in nature, like over here, snow is white. You will find the question tag is negative in nature. That means the verb auxiliary that is used over there, it converts into a negative auxiliary. So isn't it? And vice versa, if the statement is negative, for example over here, you don't like me, the tag would become positive, do you? So the tag repeats the auxiliary verb or the main verb to be from the statement and changes it to the negative or positive. Now let us look at the positive statement question tag. Look at this chart, and what do you see when you look at the positive statement? You are coming, you do like coffee, you like coffee, you must go, you should try harder, you are English, John was there. These are all in a positive form of auxiliary that. So we find So we find that the positive statement tags is talking about how positive statement and negative tags could be used. Moving to the we also see that do is something which is considered to be there when there are no tags or no auxiliaries that are used in a statement. Like we saw in the second and third statement, you do like coffee and you like coffee would mean the same, and therefore the tag is similar. Similarly, at the end you see that auxiliaries, when they are considered as main verb, then also the tag would be the negative of those positive auxiliaries that are put in the statement. Taking negative statement question tag, so the same thing would go as it was in the positive. The statement is negative and the tag becomes positive. Over here we will look at the last three statements. You won't be late, will you? So we find that will is the positive auxiliary of the word over here, or the auxiliary used over here, negative one, that is won't. Wouldn't, won't, will would mean the same, would have the same idea to it, and therefore the contraction of won't, or the won't as a contraction, and the positive tag would be will. When there are no auxiliaries given, then we consider the auxiliary only as the main verb that is used, and then of course the tag would be as per the type of statement that we have. There are some answering tags we see. Look at the stress that is given in tags. In the first two you will find the answer is same. But in the first statement, snow is white, isn't it, is an obvious kind of statement and a tag or a question asked. And therefore the question tag over here need not be there. Only yes would also give an affirmation, yes it is. But when the statement becomes negative and the tag is given, then we have to look for the right answer as well, not only with the structure form but also with the fact or the truth that is presented there. So the stress is on what the answer is given as per the questions asked, and it should also affirm the fact, because that is what is the intention of a tag, right? To affirm or to confirm what the fact is. There is a justification given over here. So yes, no is fine when we do not need to use the question tag, and we see that in the statement with the question tag it is already given as in the right form. But the moment we see that there is a difference of opinion, or there is a fact and opinion presented in the statement, then we need to also see whether the tag has to be used or no. Also, sometimes we find in non-native English language or in the slangs, many a times the opposite system of answering is there. So you will find that the tag given would be a wrong one. It is considered to be a wrong answer as well in that case, and that is not the truth or the fact presented. But that is rarely, and it is a slang that we would say is being used. Next we come to what are the different rules that we saw for question tag. So it consists of only two words. One is the statement and the other one is the one is the auxiliary, and the other one confirming that auxiliary, with also the sign of a question mark. Second rule is has the same subject as the statement. So whatever is the subject or the pronoun in the statement, it would also be used as the same person as that subject or the pronoun in the tag as well. If the main sentence has the auxiliary verb, then auxiliary verb is repeated. But if the main sentence does not have an auxiliary verb, then the auxiliary that we generally end up adding would be do, or different forms of do. The tense should remain the same in whichever case you take the question tag, whether it is positive or negative. The tense does not change. It would be present tense, past statement and past tense tag, and goes for the other types of tenses also. If the statement is positive, the tag is negative, and vice versa. If in negative question tags we are using the tags, then always we use the short forms or contractions of the negatives. These are some examples that you will find which is with the correct answer also given over here, and both are tagged. There is a question tag that is there in these statements, and the answers are in normal words or statements. There are special cases in question tags. First one we see is the positive statement, which is treated as a negative statement, and therefore the tag will be positive. So it may look like a positive statement with a positive tag, but the essence is not the same. See the words statements over here. He never came again, or she can rarely come these days, you hardly ever came. These all words denote a negative adverb. They are in relation to time that we use. Since it is negative adverb, the statement may have the essence as negative even though it looks as a positive statement, and therefore we need to use a positive tag. Next special case is of intonation. When we look at these words, you will find there are two types of intonation, rising and falling. The moment a question is asked and a question tag gives you a feeling of actually you want to get an answer, then you will find that the intonation is in rising form and it will be a real question where you are really expecting an answer. Whereas the falling intonation is only a matter of expression and it doesn't require a real question answer. Therefore, it is not a real question. The others also you find various forms of expression we have. Sometimes we appreciate, sometimes we invite, sometimes we order. So these kinds of tags wherein there is an invitation, polite, or an invitation with an order, or some kind of command, then it is the imperatives that we are making use of. Take a seat, help me. These are imperative statements. Whenever there is an imperative statement, the question tag related to it is not really a question but an expression for that particular imperative. So you can read it for yourself and you will realize this. Then look at the next kind of tagging where we have positive tags or negative tag. Earlier we saw in the negative adverbs we make use of it. So these are also kind of, you can say, expressions that we have when we want to express our interest, surprise or anger or happiness. Then we make use of tags, and it is only a matter of expression and not actually asking a question or affirming a doubt or interrogating somebody. So you are having a baby, are you? That's wonderful. That would be the next statement expected. That means the person who is asking a question or telling a statement which looks like a question is also responding to the expression that he or she has. So positive tag you see. So you think that's funny. Do you? Think again. And the answer is also given by the same person. Same goes for negative tag. You don't like my looks, don't you? And then probably some sort of answer. Next special case is when you are asking for information or help. So sometimes the information may be asked in a sarcastic way, like, oh, you may not be knowing, right? Or sometimes it could be just a request of, do you know? Can you tell me? So that would also be a form of special case of question tag, wherein you could be polite in your expression while asking information. You could be not so polite while asking, or so different range of politeness and request. And accordingly, you will find that the tag is put, but more or less here we do follow the idea of positive and negative. Positive statement and negative tag, or negative statement and positive tag. Next special cases in question tags we will find over here is that there are some assumptions that we have and some rules that we need to follow. So if a statement over here like I am right, aren't I? We find that with am in the statement form, the tag aren't would be used. We cannot say amn't. It's a rule that we need to understand. There is no term as amn't, it is aren't. Or when we assume that do is there, then the tag would have a form of do in negative or positive sense. Especially when in the positive statement we see that do is something that we consider you do have to go, or you have to go means the same, and therefore the tag put over here is don't you. We always consider the first word of the auxiliary. I have been answering. Been is not actually an auxiliary but a form of tense put over here to use and understand what is the type of tense being used. So have is the auxiliary, and therefore in the tag we find it is haven't. Again, nothing came in the post. It seems as a positive statement, but it is actually a negative connotation, and therefore the term did is used, or the tag did is used over here. Let's go, shall we? Let us go. So here we have a form of imperative, and therefore the word shall. And then there are some mixed examples you find. Oh, you think so, do you? Nobody knows, do they? Again, you have negative connotation to this statement, and therefore a positive tag. Shut up. Again, there is an imperative over here, and therefore that means a negative form, and therefore a positive tag. Nothing will happen. Nothing is actually negative in essence, and therefore the tag would be positive again, will it.